All right, so this is day 5 of my $1 million challenge. I just wanted to do a quick update. Every single time that I've ever tried to do a challenge like this in such a short period of time, that is exactly when the entire world rises up with issues against what I'm trying to do, making it feel almost impossibly difficult. Luckily, it's happened to me enough times that I can recognize this is happening and makes it so that I don't give up this time. Um, so many times I've started like little video blogs and then I don't even upload the more than 1 or 2 videos to do updates. As you can see, it's day 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only had one video in 4 days. This is number 2 and 5. So I'm not giving up. Without going into detail too much about, you know, the everything that's going on, but it's pretty clear that some big things are happening with resistance. And I can plug a really cool book that's helped me recognize resistance recently. It's called War of Art. I heard about from one of my friends that basically speaks about when you're trying to make changes, the resistance that comes, and that kind of stuff. So, highly recommend the book. Obviously, there's going to be some huge changes in my life coming up because the resistance that I'm feeling right now is probably the most powerful resistance I've ever faced. And it comes in the realm of my mental, personal, physical, like it's all stacking up right at the same time. And I know if I can just break through this time, it's going to be well worth it. Updates on my mission. My mission is still to, before the end of the year, earn $1 million and use that $1 million in the following 6 months to make powerful impacts and changes in other people's lives, as well as my own. It's going to be one of the big things that I'm facing right now that was a little bit unforeseen is my financial situation. Now that I've been teaching for, it's been 5 years, and I had gone through a lot of different things to make sure that I could financially support my family and allow my wife to be home with my kids that aren't going to school and be a mother. In the state where I work, teachers historically have been paid very, very minimally, and the cost of living has skyrocketed. And with that, I still have been able to miraculously live and be able to feed my family and do all those cool things and still have the wonderful opportunity to impact the youth of my classrooms in hopefully a positive way. I try my best to make it positive. But just recently, my financial situation has become it's reminded me of when I was going to school full time and working full time, and my wife was going to school full time and working part time, and we were just scraping. And so I know that it's a direct result of these powerful changes that are coming, and everything will be fine. But it's almost like um, the temptation is to, yeah, let's just make this bunch of money and then not spend it and help other people. But that's not what this is about. I'm going to be completely blunt with the fact that I am going to use it to pay off my debt that I have so that I don't have to be making payments on debt, so I can afford to continue to teach. But after that's done, the rest of the money is going to be given out to other people that are in need or situations and that kind of stuff. Now, obviously, this sounds pandering, and I understand that. I'm not blind to the fact that I've tried to do things in the past, and the underlying desire was for myself to benefit, and I've never succeeded at that. And so, the only times that I've really succeeded in my life, like teaching, is when I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it because it makes a difference in other people's lives. Hopefully, be a powerful male role model and a positive impact. And I teach, not, obviously it helps me out because I love doing it, but I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it because I love the kids and I want to make a powerful, positive impact in the world that will be felt for thousands of years, possibly through their children's children's children. And it is difficult to be completely blunt and honest, but at the same time, the reason I want to pay off my debts is so I can continue to teach and help these kids. Like I said, it does help me. Every night I go to bed, I feel like I'm making a difference. Some nights better than others. I'm not perfect by any means, but the struggle is real whenever you're trying to make some positive impact or change in your life. So please bear with me as I go on this journey. I'm 5 days in, and I still really don't know exactly how I'm going to accomplish this insane goal. I'm being totally blunt, honest with you. I don't know. I do know one thing, though, that if I believe and put forth the action, be proactive, practice the 7 habits, or practice the positive thinking and outlook, and manifest the universe, or faith, principle of faith, however you want to look at it. I know that there's power there, that everything's created mentally first and then second. So I'm beginning with an end in mind, habit number 2, 7 habits of highly effective people. The end is, the end of the year, having $1 million to be able to change people's lives. I want to use some of it to do my driving dreams, where I find people that have dreams and push those forward. It's been a dream for the last 15 years of mine. I've failed miserably multiple times, but each time I've failed, the one thing I've failed to do, which is kind of sad, is see the successes that I've had. I had people that were supporting me, that were my friends and family. I had the opportunity I've owned multiple Volkswagen buses. I've done all sorts of stuff. And that's back when I was being selfish. That the only reason I wanted to do it at the very beginning, when I started driving dreams, was to drive around the country, going to all the national parks in a vintage Volkswagen bus. And it wasn't until I realized, hey, I really don't care about that enough. It feels so selfish that I don't believe, I don't have the why, the powerful enough why. And changing it to think of other people is, seeking to understand. Another 7 habit. Right now I'm teaching a unit on 7 habits, so that's fresh on my mind. But when you seek to understand before you're understood, that's when you're reaching out, branching out to other people. And I really, to make it a powerful experience to travel across the country, is to meet other people and find out what makes them tick and help other people as I go. I think that's powerful. But this bottom line is, I want to do some crazy awesome things, like buying a family a house, or buying vehicles for people that need to get to work, or finding things like I had a close friend of mine that spent some time as an addict on the streets, and I would love to help individuals that are in the same situation, because I know what's in his heart. I know who he is when he's not using drugs, and the drugs changed him and made him do things that he would never ever do, and his heart's still he's still a good-hearted person, and I'm glad to see him. He's have so much success right now. He's doing so well, but every day is a struggle. Every day, even 3 years of being clean, is every day is a struggle. I have a friend that's been clean for over a decade, 15 years or so, and he still says like there's times when it's a struggle still. And so I know everybody's struggling. Everybody I meet on the street, if I drive into the biggest city, the smallest town, and stop and just talk to anybody, I could help them with the struggle that they are having. And the financial aspect of that would be amazing to have as a backing. Um, I think money makes things easier when you're not using it for yourself. It makes it difficult when you're worried about it for yourself. And so I definitely want to get rid of the money as fast as I can in powerful ways that will pay it forward to future individuals. Um, so that's my reason why I want to do this, is to show my students, hey, this is possible. And not only that, but money doesn't matter. In the end, money is not going to bring you happiness. Whether Weird Al says, if it won't buy me happiness, I guess I'll have to rent it. I don't think that's not going to work either. So help me on this journey. I implore you, you guys, you are my foundation. I don't, social media platforms. I'm not really a platform guy. I have YouTube videos. I have Facebook and other things, but those things are polarizing. The only thing that's true and that can bring us together is our interactions with each other that are real interactions. Sharing a mission. And I will put together a short video that will introduce this whole thing in a lot simpler terms. Mark Twain says, I apologize for the length of my letter. I didn't have time to do a shorter one. That's where I'm at. I'm like grasping at straws right now. Everything's being thrown at me. But that's the sign that I've been waiting for, that everything's going to start picking up. So that it's just I'm so close to having some amazing breakthrough. I got foundational pieces. I've got a website that's up and running that connects with a shop that I can create some cool stuff and start selling it there. I just need to be able to market it. I have amazing skills in design, art, creating stuff. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm extremely good at all these things. It's just I need to figure out what that one thing is that I can just focus on for the next 30 days, just hard focus that will net quick results and that will be powerful enough that the people that are watching this would actually care enough to back me and help me out. I don't know what it is. I really don't. Coming at this angle with a charity angle, people are like, what, who cares? Unless there's an actual picture of some disaster that's happened, or a child that has this or that, or a family that needs that or this, and it has to be very specific and tug at the heartstrings just the right way, that people open up their wallets. And that's not what my whole point is. Like, I don't want to have this be a charitable thing where I'm not bringing value into the marketplace. Because if this is just like a GoFundMe, like, help me out, I need $1 million, even if it did work, I wouldn't feel good about it, because I want to bring value, a win-win. Hey, there's another 7 habit, right? I want a win-win where people are receiving value on top of giving value back, and so that it's reciprocal. I want to bring a product to market, or something that will show my college and career awareness students that, hey, you can bring value to the marketplace, and if you do, you'll receive value in return. And I'm not advocating for you to do some like GoFundMe charity garbage or start a YouTube channel. And so this is like a hard line for me to walk. I don't know what to do, because how am I going to get the word out for marketing with a zero marketing budget? How am I going to convince people to, open their wallets to purchase something that I don't even know what it is. Like, I can make T-shirts, and I've done that in the past and failed miserably, by the way. But at the same time, like I said, every failure, there's always been successes that I just failed to see. So I'm at this point where it's like, what is this next step? I'm 5 days in. I've been so busy. My family pulling me this way and that. My church responsibilities took up a weekend. Excuses, right? That's all they are. You should be able to figure it out. Maybe lose a little bit of sleep or something. But I have to do it this time. I just have to. And if not, then if you are willing to even watch these 20-minute videos of me rambling on, you can watch me just mentally crash and burn over the next 3 months. I can guarantee you that if you stick with me, at least you'll get to see me crash and burn. If not, succeed in a miraculous way, which I truly believe is way more than just possible. It's almost like I have this conviction that I'm going to do this and help change my life in such a powerful way, only by helping others in a powerful way. So I'll leave you with that. I'll keep it under 20 minutes, and I'll try to upload this and see how quickly I can get that done. Thanks so much.